So as it turns out, the student loans that I've been paying $1,500 a month for 2 years have a 17% interest rate. So what I thought I've been paying off for all this time, I'm actually, I owe more than what I started off with. What the fuck? So, Jeff Bezos, this would be a really cool fucking time to Venmo me, bro. I owe $90,000, and I didn't even spend that much on school. Any rich person, please tap in. Kourtney Kardashian, you probably have 8 houses. I'm never gonna be able to buy one because I went to college. I just signed up to be an egg donor. Guess what? I got approved. Who wants my fucking kids? I can't afford them, so start them anymore. Just fucking take.
Okay. Good God Almighty. Did I do it right? I don't know. All right, look, folks. This is exactly what I'm talking about here, right? I need this camera adjusted. Look at me. Look straight at me. If you are going to go to college, do your research, okay? If you take student loans, don't just look. We've got to stop, number one, thinking college is the only way. There's college, there's certifications, there's credentials, there's licenses, there's trades, right? um we've got to start telling people about stuff like that, like Job Corps. In Job Corps, if you're 16 to 24, you can sign up to go to Job Corps and learn a trade. you know um College is not the only way, and college is the most expensive way. Why do we keep banging our head against the wall? Oh, I'll just go to college because that's the next step. I'll get an alma mater, I'll pledge to this fraternity, and I'll do it all at the cost of delaying kids, marriage, uh, a house, anything. I'll do it all at the cost of the next 20 to 30 years, um, having a good way of life. This woman is on here crying and spazzing out. Let's read this. Woman has an insane meltdown because her student loan debt, she says, was at 17% she didn't know about. Her loan is now larger than it was at the start. She's now begging celebrities to pay it off. Look, I'm sorry. Um, it's not Jeff Bezos' job to pay off your student loans just because you went and got a college degree. I hope you got a college degree. Are you using it? College degree in what? It's not Jeff Bezos' job. I'm gonna let her finish. I'm gonna let her finish.
Hey, God, what do you want? My left arm, too? What the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm gonna be in debt for my whole fucking life. How does that even make sense? I signed up for this shit when I was 17. This should not be legal, bro. I got upset about it at work, and my coworker was like, don't you have, a rich relative who can pay that for you?
See, but that's just it, right? It's the accountability piece. You borrowed the money. You borrowed the money. I say it one more time. You borrowed the money. And now you want somebody to pay it back for you. This makes no sense. Why are people doing this? And don't look, if you want to say, well, nobody told her ahead of time, well, guess what? It's nobody's job to tell. If mom and daddy didn't tell you, aunt, uncle, grandma, if your family didn't tell you, it's nobody else's job to tell you. It's your job to actually research and learn before you get into something. I know that sounds hardcore, but it's just simply the truth. If you think about it, if you did a crime and you didn't know about it ahead of time, but you went to jail, what are you going to tell the judge? I didn't know. Well, you still did the crime. You're going to jail. This is no different. You still borrowed the money. It's still your obligation to pay it back because you should have done your research ahead of time. And look, it's not their job to pay back your debt. This is crazy. It's the accountability piece. Do your research beforehand.
No, my family's poor. No. And the worst fucking part is, bro, look where I am. I can't go in because I can't spend money
Now, this one I didn't watch ahead of time. She looked like she was having a meltdown, and I was like, all right, this is gonna have to do. So I didn't watch it ahead of time. But listen, here's the moral of the story, folks. Let me tell you something. It's not Jeff Bezos or the Kardashians, whatever their name is, job to pay your loans off. You could probably see all the windows I have open, right? I'll tell you this: faith. I had the definition of faith: complete trust or confidence in someone and something. Okay, so let's deal with that one. I know the other one is talking about religion, but we're going to deal with this one, right? Because people have, I believe, blind faith to colleges, thinking that that's the only way. And the problem is with that, because it's blind faith, because they'll take out $500,000 in student loans, not thinking I have to pay this back someday. What's the interest rate? But then again, people buy cars and don't even ask what the interest rate is. They buy a car and don't even know what size engine they have. People are so okay borrowing other people's money, swiping credit cards and stuff like that, and don't care about what the payment's going to be until the payment hits later on, or until it's so out of control that they finally start paying attention. Well, let me tell you something. This is what you need to do. Come back to her. You need to look at what degree, look at what career path you want to do, right? Let's say it's IT. And then you have to ask yourself, do I need to go to college for this? You can go to college for that, but I didn't ask that. I said, do you need to go to college for that? The answer is no. You can get certifications by going to CompTIA, by going to Udemy, and getting Sec Plus, Security Plus, or any WANs, LANs, routers, all kinds of certifications, and become an IT. You can do the same thing and become a cybersecurity analyst. You can't do the same thing and become a teacher. So if you're going to go to college and you're going to become a teacher, okay. But what institution are you looking at going to? Maybe you shouldn't go to Stanford just because I got into Stanford. Maybe you shouldn't go there because Stanford's going to be more expensive. And if they don't have a direct pipeline into uh, a job that's going to, or a career or a school or something that's going to be able to allow you, to give you the earning potential you need to pay that back, you probably shouldn't do it. Maybe you shouldn't be a teacher. So watch this. The University of Michigan, the good old Wolverines, number one. They're not. They're not. But I wish they were. But Michigan has a direct pipeline into General Motors or GM because they're an engineering school. So if you were going to go to Michigan to be an engineer, now that's a smart idea. STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, right? There's nothing wrong with being a teacher, but you need to figure out how much student loans it's going to take to go to what school you're going to go to. And then you need to look at what state you want to live in. Do you need a master's degree in order to do it? So the state you live in, if you go to a state that has got a cheaper cost of living, guess what? It all balances out. You're going to earn less as a teacher 99% of the time, right? So you really have to do your homework. Now let's look at some of these comments. So I went from 17K to 33K. Okay. If you decide to get student loans and go to college, get a part-time job or a side hustle to pay whatever you can before you graduate and payments become due each month, don't take out more than what you need. Community college and transfers also. See, this is great. This is great right here. This guy right here, or this person right here, this is actually great knowledge. The 3-month projected payoff amount, I used the remittance and the one, I don't know what they're talking about. Grammar. Get a job and pay them off like the rest of the world. Enter, yet save, and pay as you go. My kids did. Oh, well, look at that. No sympathy. Look, folks, I guess that's going to do it for this video. Hit the comments down below. Let me know what you think. But I for one, as a taxpayer, I don't want to be paying other people's student loans off. You borrow the money, you figure it out. It's your job to do the homework beforehand. I'm going to tell my kids college is not the only way. And if you want to go to college, we're going to do the math ahead of time. That's it. Good night.